When you're looking for a new lawyer, you want to look for someone that is experienced, that has the ability to take your case. They have the string of experts available if your case is complex.
In terms of deciding when an attorney is not the right one for the case, will the attorney be someone who communicates with you? Does it look like the attorney has the time to handle your case?
A big red flag for me if I were interviewing a lawyer for a personal injury case would be to know, would be if the lawyer hadn't had experience in that area. So I would definitely want to know how much experience your lawyer has had in that particular area of practice.
The thing that I see most often with people who try to represent themselves, because they're not well trained in the law, they don't know what to say, they don't know what to avoid saying, they often say things and do things that just condemn themselves.
One of the risks of being in court, in federal court, is having to pay the costs of the lawsuit. And that means paying the costs that the employer incurs in defending itself. And those costs can be substantial.
I liken it to a quarterback who walks up to the line of scrimmage and the defense shifts all over the place on the other side of the line. He better know what audible to call. He better know what play to change it to when everything changes on the other side.
You may actually be sanctioned by the court and be required to pay funds or money back to the other side because you have wasted their time, because you don't comply with certain rules that the court requires you to comply with. You may also be sanctioned by the court and have to pay fines or expenses to the other side.
If you try to represent yourself in a courtroom and you are opposing an attorney in a courtroom, you're at a tremendous disadvantage. That opposing attorney knows the judge, or I should say knows the judge's tendencies. That opposing attorney knows who the opposing counsel is and what their strengths and weaknesses are. More importantly, that attorney knows the law.
It's easy to get started, but as you get into the process, it gets more and more difficult. So as the process goes forward, a person will get into a position where it's basically impossible to represent themselves. And by then, it's too late to get an attorney.
I think there is a time in everyone's life when they need a lawyer. And most people will tell you it's been a positive experience.